Daniel and the Lion's Den. There was once a boy called Daniel. One day he was taken by enemies to a land far from his home, but he knew that even in this strange land, God was with him still. 3 times a day, Daniel knelt by the open window, looking towards his faraway home, to pray to God and listen to him.
Every day God showed Daniel what to do, and he grew up to be such a wise man that the king of the land, who was called Darius, made him chief helper.
There were other servants of the king who were jealous of Daniel. They wanted to be the king's chief helpers themselves.
One day these men met to plan how to get rid of Daniel.
Shall we tell the king that Daniel does not do his work well?
Suggested one of the men.
No,
Said another.
We cannot do that because Daniel always works well. He does what God tells him to do.
that's how we'll catch him.
Said another man.
Let's make a law that for 30 days no one shall pray to God for anything, but only us the king.
A fourth man said,
Let us write that whoever breaks the law shall be thrown into a den of lions. Fee lions.
The king was pleased with the law, as it was made him feel important, so he signed it. The men went away, very pleased with themselves. It was read out to all the people.
When Daniel heard the new law, he went quietly home, knelt by the open window, and prayed to God about it.
Daniel's enemies saw him praying through the window and were delighted.
Now we've caught him.
Now we've got him, they told each other and went off to tell the king.
O king,
Said the wicked men.
that man Daniel prays to the God 3 times a day, and you have signed a law to say that anyone who asks anything of any god except you will be thrown into a den of lions. Fee lions.
Then the king was sorry, for he was very fond of Daniel. He tried to find a way of saving him from the lions, but he couldn't. Reluctantly, the king gave the order as Daniel was taken to the lion pit, and as Daniel was taken to the lion pit, the king said to him,
Your God, who you will always serve, will surely save you.
Then Daniel was put into the den. Across the opening was placed a huge stone, which the king fastened to his own heel so that Daniel could not get out. The king's other advisors put their seals in it too.
Daniel was with the lions in the pit, but an angel from God closed the mouths of the lions so they did not harm him.
The king did not know that Daniel was safe, and he was very worried and sad.
It's my fault.
He thought.
I should not have signed the law.
The king was so concerned he couldn't eat any supper, and he did not sleep all night. Very early next morning he hurried to the lion's den. When he came near the den he called out,
Daniel, servant of the living God, has your God been able to save you from the lions?
O king,
replied Daniel.
my God has shut the lions' mouths, and they have not hurt me because I was doing what he told me to do.
The king, full of joy, quickly unleashed the stone to let Daniel out. He was glad that his friend was safe, and he was happy that Daniel's God was strong enough to save him.
I will listen to Daniel's God and obey him.
The king decided.
Then the king had the wicked men thrown into the lion's den. And the lions overpowered them. The king wrote to all his people in all languages the message that he wanted everyone to obey the God of Daniel, for he is the true God.
I find myself searching. I'm searching for something. I'm out of my depths and I'm longing for wisdom. But I know when I call, the